everybody, this is our video about a minor project of International Entrepreneurship and Development. I am Roger, and together with Lars and Django we designed a board game that's called Movimiento Verde, or MOVE. In this video I'll talk about our problem, and we'll talk the rest of how the process was for the designing of the game. So the problem was that during COVID, the 2 years, there was a very big knowledge gap here in Quito and in Ecuador, and because of that, quality in the urban peripheries of Quito got lower and was bad. So that was the problem, first problem. The second problem is also that the awareness for children for climate change was not as big here as maybe in Western countries. So those two problems we wanted to solve with a board game, a climate awareness board game, and that's why we thought of MOVE. So we started the process of designing a board game. We started in the Netherlands, and we just started simply on a whiteboard and drawing out our ideas. And we also had some we had let some companies that already designed board games consult us on how we could design a board game. And then we started in Myroboard, thinking of planning out the whole game and the rules, and start of really making shape of the game. So for our first workshop, we wanted to let the children really help us co-design for the game. So we let them do a survey on what kind of games they like and how aware they're already of climate change. And then we used 3 existing games, Ganzenbord, Monopoly and Cranium. And we used the Blanco layout to let the children design their own climate change awareness, climate change board game with certain topics of climate change.
Okay, so after we processed all the feedback from the first workshop, we worked out our Miro board into simplistic forms of basic cards. And this was also the time when Milka, one of the UDLA students, really helped with the start of the design phase. She made a board with 4 islands, and each island represents their own community. And the goal of the board was to make your island as sustainable as possible. And when you reach 10 points, you win the game. Technology is for personas, so you can buy another research card. Okay, so for our second workshop, the main goal was really to get a lot of feedback, because this was our only workshop where we could actually get feedback from the children. We talked to Climate Guardians and Game Lab and Anik Schreuder, who helped us design the game, and they really taught us how important this feedback phase is. So as preparation, we printed out the game 10 times. We played it with the UDLA students so they understand the game well, and they can explain it to the children later on. One of the main aspects of this workshop was the feedback session. We handed out post-its with questions: did you like the game and did you learn something about the game? And one of the main insights was that we wanted to make it more relevant for the children, so change global challenges into local challenges.
So after the first workshop, we made some mechanical changes to the game, and we made the game more relevant for the local community. After we made those changes, we could start the design phase. During this design phase, the class students were responsible for the actual design, and we were constantly kept in the loop to give feedback and comment on changes and have feedback. After the Christmas holiday, we could print our final prototype to find any changes which had to be made. And after we printed that prototype, we could print 4 types of our final board. The third workshop we did was in the form of an open house, which took place in Delft. During this open house, the goal was to present our board game to the children of the local school in Pinta. As preparation for this workshop, we printed out a really large poster and we made t-shirts to make it all look really good. During this workshop, we started playing the game, and there was a trailer of our board game playing in the background. And after the game, we ended with a really nice song, which was a really great ending. And we sent a survey to the children to evaluate our board game after that, which they took a week later. So the feedback we got from the children was really good. More than half of the children gave our game 5 out of 5 stars. More than 60% learned more about climate change, and more than 70% was more motivated to take climate actions. So at that point, our game was a great success. The good positive points of our project were the co-designing part, since we could use our technical background for the mechanics of the game, and UDLA students could use their graphic design background to design the game. This is why we created a beautiful game which worked perfectly.
de material. Dale otro.